I don't see it on Facebook yet, but it could be on YouTube already. Doesn't appear to be showing up on Facebook. Ah, there we go. We're live. Nice. Hey everyone. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, it's working. Good. All right. Sorry everybody. I know some of you were probably aware that we were gonna start this stream at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the plan. Unfortunately, my laptop chose 5 minutes before the stream as the moment to start crashing consistently.
Yeah, just fucking up in general.
Yeah, exactly. So the laptop crashed 3 or 4 times while we were trying to start the stream, and I managed to get it set up on the desktop, but I'm using like a different webcam and stuff, so the quality's not as great. So
yeah,
you'll
fine,
have to,
though. It'll be good.
yeah, it'll be good. But you'll have to roll with the punches here because I had to redo my whole setup in 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, such stress.
Such stress. But yeah, if anyone in the chat can let me know if there's anything odd with the audio or anything I can, like boost it or move it, improve it. And I'm really excited. This is like kind of a impromptu, well, not totally impromptu, but kind of, yeah. But a stream that we decided to do because we're both graduating from our respective studies. And I'm Michael, by the way, in case you don't know, and this is Paul.
Hello.
Paul Sessoms. And you're from America, I'm from Canada, but we both live in the Netherlands.
Exactly.
Right now. And we met when we both auditioned in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But we actually moved to the Netherlands the same week, pretty much.
Exactly. You were like one of the first people I met here, actually.
Yeah, well, we met, yeah, for sure. We met here before we both moved here, but then we moved here, we were the first people we sort of knew.
Yeah, exactly.
For each other, which was cool. And we both studied a little bit in Amsterdam, but then I started studying in Maastricht, and you stayed there. And now I'm graduating from Maastricht with my master's in guitar performance, and Paul is graduating with his bachelor's in guitar performance.
Yeah.
Woo!
Party.
Yeah. So we finished all our stuff.
Yeah.
And because of COVID-19, as you probably know, live performances are not really possible. So we had to, instead of doing a normal performance exam, which would be public, we had to do videos. Right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to share on this stream. We want to share the videos we made. We want to share the videos we made so that you guys can hear the music.
Exactly.
Or we can share it with the public.
We can share it a little bit, instead of like just sending it to the teachers.
And getting a grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Also, Jessica says, Paul, you may need to speak up a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh, and Ben Diamond says hi. Hi, Ben. Nice
Hi.
to see you. And people who are who wanna share the stream, please feel free to. So we have like a program put. I think it's in the description. You can probably see the pieces we're gonna not perform but play for you. Like the requirements were a bit different. Like for me, I had to make a video of one take from beginning to end. Of the whole 45 minutes I had to play.
Yeah.
You were allowed to do different pieces, so you have some different settings for your videos. So Paul's videos have more variety.
I guess.
Yes. Yeah, Jessica says the cocktail glass by the aloe is empty. Yeah, that's true. Maybe Paul, you'll have to fill that up once the piece is being played.
Exactly, yeah, I will.
Later. Yeah, so I have, all my videos are a bit more boring, because they're from one angle, one take, but Paul's has a bit of variety.
I wouldn't say boring musically speaking, it's very diverse,
Thank you, Paul.
and variety.
Yeah, and instead of just playing like all my videos through and then all Paul's videos through, we thought we would do like, some back and forth and try to make like a concert program out of it.
Exactly, instead of just one person for like a long time,
Exactly.
Up, yeah.
For sure, and I think we have kind of a logical musical flow too.
Definitely.
Which is cool. And we'll just talk a little bit about the music. If you guys have questions, tell us. We'd love to talk about what we learned learning the pieces, talk about the pieces, and hear what you have to say about them and what you think. So, and we're gonna stagger like me, you. Is there anything else I have to say? Not really. I mean, for me, this is a bit weird. Like, you think making a video for an exam would be less pressure because you can do multiple takes, but then it's kind of more pressure because you feel like every take is the chance to get an even better version.
Yeah, getting it like closer to perfect or something.
Yeah, whereas in a live performance, you kind of like, if something happens, you kind of keep going, and it's like part of the experience. So it was actually very stressful for me to make these.
Yeah, I understand that stress, you know, especially the one take, man, like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Take. It's,
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think in the end, too, it's also just weird because I think with recordings, there's this weird feeling where you're, like, sort of judging yourself more, and I think we judge other people more, and so, yeah, it's kind of odd to try to make something that's just, you know, a representation of that one moment and then send it off as, like, something that can be viewed forever. It's weird.
Exactly. It's super weird.
Recordings are strange.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was fun to make. So we're going to start with a video that I actually recorded of you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to tell the audience about this video and this piece?
Sorry. Well, in this video, I'm playing Regondi's Etude. It's very nice, kind of like, what is it, Campanello stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Like flowing melody, super nice,
Yeah, super beautiful texture on the guitar. Oh, Jessica says you two are so adorbs. Thank you, Jessica. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but the eighth etude is really, really beautiful, and I was recording some videos, helping you record some videos for some auditions.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you're going to do your master's after this.
Yes, exactly.
At an yet undecided location.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I have this choice between Maastricht and RCS, which is in Glasgow.
Nice.
And so I have to kind of make a choice based on finances and teachers and scholarships. All that.
There's a lot of factors.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, those are good options. I mean,
yeah, of course.
It's nice to have two really great teachers and great conservatories that want you. You know?
I know, man. It's a great feeling, actually, but also a little stressful, of course.
Yeah. But so this video is from a set of audition videos you made, and then you got to use it for your exam, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So it was for the exam, but he also sent them for the audition. So it's Regondi's eighth etude.
Yes.
Any particular reason you like this piece? What's special about this piece for you?
Kind of the build-up, and then I don't know, it's just the build-up of the, like, phrasing and everything, and...
Yeah, really long phrases.
Yeah, exactly, and it's all about that, and the chords he uses is just, it's perfect,
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece. I haven't played it in a while, actually, but...
Nice,
yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to play the video that Paul sent for his exam for the Regondi now, so I hope you all enjoy. Gorgeous. Amazing. Wonderful. That was incredible. Well, Tim Beattie says Paul Sessoms is a dreamboat. I have to agree.
I don't know.
What's your opinion on this, Paul?
No.
No. Just no.
Just no.
And also, speaking of Tim Beattie, you might recognize the guitar Paul is playing.
Oh yeah, the Mayu. Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Mayu's is Tim's old guitar. So
Yeah.
nice to see Tim in the chat.
Exactly.
I love that piece. It's so melodic and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, so Regondi, romantic guitar virtuoso, composer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really incorporate too much of that. I was going for more of like a Schubert vibe or something, where it kind of accelerates, and then when the recap comes back, it's like more intense or something. I didn't capture it fully, but yeah, that's the ideal.
Well, what I appreciate about the way you played that one and the fourth Etude, which is on YouTube, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Philip Alilovich's Good and Warm Tone, agreed.
Yes.
What I appreciate
I didn't mean yes. I thought you meant Philip has good tone. I was like, yes.
no, he's saying your tone is good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, but what I appreciate about how you play it is that you do have a lot of like flexibility, but the long phrases still make sense. You know, which is like that's the trick with 19th century music. I think
Yeah.
is like how to have vibrato with a long phrase that's logical.
Yeah.
That doesn't obscure the phrase. And there's some pretty long phrases in that piece.
Yeah, really long phrases. Yeah, it's just
yeah,
like a page or something.
It's crazy.
Not a page, but
yeah. The next video we're gonna play is me playing, which is variations on a theme by Debussy. Yeah, and this is by Alan Wilcox, who was an English composer who studied in Paris alongside Ravel and Debussy and many other famous French composers, and wrote impressionistic music for the guitar. And everything I told you was a lie, because he's actually a fake composer who never existed. Alan Wilcox is a pseudonym for that Tilman Hoppstock, the great German pedagogue and guitarist living today. He uses this pseudonym of Alan Wilcox to write music from that period, because I think I've certainly noticed, because much of that music, like a lot of the early 20th century music from the early 20th century French music is my favorite classical music in general.
Yeah,
like piano music, orchestral music, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
But there's almost nothing for guitar from that sort of period and style.
Exactly.
Like there's the Faya Homenage, also an homage to Debussy actually.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a bit impressionistic, and there are some other pieces, of course. I know there are a few exceptions, so nobody crucify me. But there's not a lot. So I think Tilman uses this like pseudonym as a way to kind of like make up for that hole in our repertoire.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Which I think is a cool project, actually. So he writes in that style, and this set of variations is on a theme from one of Debussy's piano preludes. I'll actually show you guys the theme really quickly. The theme is on just 2 intervals. It's like a major second from D to E, and then a minor. So, and he uses harmonics like. And just those 2 intervals are the theme. He uses it brilliantly through the whole piece, the set of variations. One thing that I really think is cool is that sometimes he makes it go so down, and then instead of, he takes it a major second then, so it becomes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places where he makes the second interval a major second instead of a minor second.
Exactly.
And it really like it. Yeah.
The drifting quality where it doesn't sit anywhere; it's just up in the air.
Exactly.
Or water or something.
Yeah. Something fluid. So yeah, this set of variations is really cool, and I've had a lot of fun learning it. It's quite intense to play, I would say, and a lot of harmonics. Like it's really idiomatic music that's not super easy on the guitar, but it fits well on the guitar, you know. So because I think there's music that's like not easy and doesn't really fit, but can sound great if you can make it fit the guitar.
Yeah, for sure.
This music, even though it's hard, fits the guitar super well. Technically, I mean, he's a guitarist, so
yeah, he makes it fit. Yeah,
it helps a lot. And Ioana Gandreber says nice playing. Ioana also plays these Regondi etudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should look at her videos.
Yeah,
they're really
sure.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it.
And Chardaquid says hello, children.
Hello.
No distance gang. There's like a meter here. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Meter and a half.
Like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Paul's designated chair. When he's been over this whole time, that he's only sat in that chair.
Yeah.
So you know. Okay, let's listen to the Hoppstock Variations. Is there anything else I want to say? Oh, there's one really cool technique in this piece that I had never had to do before, and I've never seen it in any other piece. He has you do like a trill with a slur here while doing cross string. So together.
Oh, okay.
So you have to do double trills, like
Yeah.
right hand cross string trills and left hand slur trills. It's pretty crazy.
Seems like a piano technique, but transferred to the guitar.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, that took so long to learn and I still can't execute it quite perfectly, as you'll see in the video. but it's coming. It's just like, it's sort of like being given a tremolo piece for the first time, you know? It's like a new, totally new combination of techniques that, yeah. Anyways, so, let's, oh, Alex Dunn says Fisk did that in Paganini Caprices. Oh, cool, okay. So there you go. It was used by Elliot Fisk. Of course, Elliot Fisk has done it.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Okay, so let's hear the Hoppstock Variations. Oh no, we missed that whole conversation. Sorry, guys.
Mic is muted.
I messed up with the mic as usual.
Yeah.
Anyways, Alex Dunn is saying that Variation 4 is Der Mond ist aufgegangen from the 12 impressionistic sketches, slightly varied to further incorporate the whole step motive. That's really cool. I was just saying that I didn't play any of those shorter pieces, but Paul played some of the preludes.
Yeah, 3 of the preludes. Like,
Yeah.
2, 7, and 9.
There was a festival here, or in Belgium nearby,
Yeah.
that the set piece was these Hoppstock preludes.
Yeah.
Philip Adalovich has no tone anymore. I think he meant the mic. I hope there was still tone in my playing.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Like, I listened to it,
Yeah.
that's good.
But thank you, Alex, for pointing that out. I want to play some of the shorter pieces, so maybe I'll get my hands on the sketches and try them out next.
Yeah, for sure. They're amazing pieces, very similar, similar mood, so you'll be able to, like, cultivate it very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. So maybe I'll try those. And Ben Diamond is asking, how did you memorize this? It's actually not, like, I wouldn't say this piece is that hard to memorize just because... Well, it's the melodies and the harmonies are, like, I guess a little bit exotic, quote unquote, but at the same time they're not. I don't know. I didn't find it that hard to memorize. It's quite logical. The one that I really found hard to memorize is that one where it's the the same, like, shape being moved up and down the neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that one has no repetition, and it's the same, like, texture throughout the entire variation,
So
without any, like, there's no section where you're doing, like, scales and then arpeggios or something.
Yeah.
The other variations where there's more variety, it's easier to memorize. But that one, I stayed up many nights frustrated trying to memorize that.
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
That variation, yeah. So, but yeah, it was a really fun piece to play. I'm really happy that Carlo suggested I play it.
Yeah,
Carlo knows
wow.
Tillman.
Oh, okay.
And I was playing the fifth Brouwer Sonata last year, in my first year. That was my exam for my first year. And in the fifth Brouwer Sonata, he quotes the same Debussy prelude
Okay.
in the second movement of the sonata. And so Carlo was saying, oh, this is this quotation from Debussy. I didn't know. I love that section, but I didn't know what the quotation was.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, there's this piece Tillman wrote that uses the same motive.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, motif, I mean. So I was like, well, I should do that one. So it's nice that I have now this little set of 2 pieces that have the same motif in them.
Yeah, exactly.
To make a good concert out of.
Yeah, a nice program. Yeah,
Yeah.
Impressionistic French program.
Inspired program.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But okay, we're gonna listen to variations that you play now. Chart. What has the quarantine brought for both of you in a positive way? Being a musician. Paul, you want to go first?
Practice.
Practice.
I've been practicing a lot at the beginning, and now I'm not because I'm done. So yeah.
Yeah, the last few days we've been. Let's say since Paul came here yesterday, we haven't really played much guitar.
No, a little bit.
But yeah. For me, what the quarantine has brought that's positive is improving my gear and stuff. I know you're seeing kind of bad phone, like, audio, like, video quality right now because I had to change my setup last minute because my computer was crashing, which I'll solve after this. But, like, improving, like, getting new lighting, getting better with video production, making this live stream series, like,
exactly.
I've connected with a lot of people who are also stuck at home because we can only do now online stuff generally, except for now in the Netherlands we're allowed to do small gatherings.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I think what's positive for me is that I connected with a lot of people. So, yeah, like virtually,
Yeah,
but still,
totally.
it's connecting.
Of course, yeah, it's all about making connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, virtually and whatnot.
Yeah, and having friends,
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah. I mean, practice has also been good.
Yeah.
I do agree with you there. We're going to listen to some more variations, Paul, right?
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to play now?
Some Tedesco. Yeah.
Variations through the centuries.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you want to describe the piece a little bit for people?
Well, he's basically going through, like, the course of history, I guess, or something, and just kind of, it's chronological a bit. So it starts with Chaconne, and it's kind of...
Which is like a Baroque dance.
Yeah, and then, like, goes further with waltzes, and then...
Romantic waltzes, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. But then he, like, constantly shifts the mood of, like, completely somber and extremely happy. And,
and there's a foxtrot.
Exactly, at the end. So that's, like, the jazz entry at the end. It's like, oh, new era, 30s or something.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I love this piece, actually. It's the first piece you wrote for guitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was for Segovia.
Yeah, it was for Segovia,
Yeah, I think so.
for sure.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not everything that he wrote was for Segovia, but this definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a super cool piece. I love this piece.
Yeah. It's very nice.
So it's Chaconne, waltzes, something
yeah,
else.
a lot of waltzes.
A bunch of waltzes, okay.
Yeah, like 4.
And then is there something before the foxtrot?
And then foxtrot.
And then foxtrot,
Yeah.
okay. So it's kind of in 3 chunks.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, nice. And there's a funny story you have about when you were recording this, right?
Oh.
The pressure you were under.
Yeah, so I was recording this in my friend and guitarist Christian Del Cantero's house in Amsterdam. And so I was recording this while he was taking a shower. And he came back from the shower, you know, and like I was recording, so he had to stay outside the door that's in the background. So he's like right outside there with just a towel.
Like waiting for you to finish.
Waiting for me, yeah. It's just,
Poor Christian.
Yeah, it's
Christian,
hilarious.
if you're in the chat, you're a hero for waiting. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you, Christian.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, you recorded these videos when you were like getting out of your house because you had a crazy landlord and you kind of had to leave suddenly. And
Exactly.
I can't imagine the stress of recording an exam when you're like trying to move house suddenly without expecting to.
It was very stressful, but it helped because I stopped caring.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just played.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna listen to you play the Tedesco now.
Yeah, we'll see how not caring does.
And I won't forget to turn the mic back on afterwards.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Beautiful. And we have the mic on this time.
Nice.
Great foxtrot, man. I was like,
Thanks.
you know, just
Trying to
dancing
keep
away.
it uplifting.
Yeah, uplifting is good.
Yeah.
That's like the only Tedesco piece that doesn't end. No, it's not true. There are other ones, but it's very upbeat for Tedesco at the end.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Goes
super
from
cool.
so sad to so happy.
Yes.
Bipolar.
Yeah, I guess. Anyhow, that was great. Nice. And I'm curious, like, working with Gabriele Bianco now for the last couple of years on this. I mean, it sounds like his approach really helped a lot, especially with, like, the articulations you do are really nice.
Yeah, he's helped my playing in so many aspects.
Yeah.
Especially articulations, like, starting with the Berkeley Sonatina, and then he was, like, really digging into the articulations, like, you have to make this tight and do, like, planting all the time here, and then make it, like, more, like, I don't know, loose fingers here or something to make a more fluid sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like controlling the length of every voice. And
exactly.
All that kind of
when
thing.
I was like letting everything ring, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy as a guitarist sometimes to just let like notes ring when they shouldn't, and.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard work to manage them, but it's like half the music is in that, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. Ben Diamond agrees with me. The way you're articulating the foxtrot is so in character and awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Agreed. Yes.
Ben
Ben and I have, we think alike.
I can tell.
Yes. Canadian hive mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. Well, you're an honorary Canadian, right? We decided. So.
I think so. Yeah, from where was it? I forget.
I don't know how this happened. You said sorry a lot today.
I said sorry. I say sorry a lot in general.
Yeah, more than me actually now.
Yeah,
I've become too Dutch. I'm like,
Yeah, too direct.
Yeah. No. But I mean,
kidding.
yeah, the unnecessary stories help you get your Canadian pass, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe I can get like a passport or something.
We're not going to talk about American Canadian politics right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyhow, I'm going to play next for you guys. I'm the Chaconne by J.S. Bach. It was a composer you might have heard of. So the Chaconne, well, there was a Chaconne in the Tedesco.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing an actual Baroque Chaconne.
Exactly.
So,
interesting comparison. Yeah.
Yes, this is a nice side by side.
Yeah.
You could say.
It is.
Ben says we are united by Shadow Prism and excellent memes. Exactly. He also plays Shadow Prism.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Anyhow, the Bach Ciaconna. Yeah. So I obviously this is a piece I've wanted to play for a long time. I think most guitarists want to play it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say all.
Especially
Hashtag not
now,
all.
man. Especially now.
Yeah, I get more so. You think?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know. At least in Amsterdam, Like,
right. Yeah. Like a lot of your colleagues have played it. That's true.
Exactly. Or they're talking about it and like, oh, the Chaconne, yeah.
Well, Gabriele plays it a lot.
Yeah. Also.
So that helps if your teacher. Yeah. And speaking of that, this arrangement I'm going to play is an arrangement by my teacher Carlo Macchione.
Yeah.
Well, no longer my teacher. I guess I had my last lesson, but.
Yeah, it's a weird realization, right?
Yeah, but he was my teacher for the last 2 years. So Carlo is quite known for making transcriptions of especially Baroque music.
Yeah.
But all sorts of music.
Yeah.
So, when I came to do the Chaconne, I was like, well, I should probably try his arrangement first at least. And actually, it's kind of like a little bit of a special story because when I was in Canada, in Vancouver, studying with Daniel Bolshoi at UBC, another great teacher, Daniel convinced me, well, not convinced me, he gave me the opportunity to play for Carlo in a masterclass and also to come see his concert because he helped bring Carlo for the Vancouver Classical Guitar Society concert series. And it's the first time I'd met Carlo or known about him. And it was an amazing concert and he gave amazing classes and, that's why I ended up here studying with him.
Yeah, exactly.
But at that concert he was selling scores and he had his arrangement of the Chaconne. And because I knew about his reputation for transcribing Baroque music, I bought that score.
Yeah.
And I actually never really played through it fully because I just didn't feel ready to confront the Chaconne yet.
It's a monster piece.
Yeah, for sure. So then when I came here to study and during my second year, I thought, well, I have this score, which was the first, that I bought from Carlo the first time I met him. I should probably try playing it, and it's been really rewarding to play his version of it.
Yeah.
Like, I think Carlo's trying to balance in this. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I feel like in this arrangement he's trying to balance making the piece fit the guitar. So he actually adds a lot of harmonies in some places, a lot of voices.
I noticed that I was listening to it a little earlier and looked at the score a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, filling out everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra. Well, not a lot, but there are some extra voices, some extra chords, some parts where he makes chords where the violin wouldn't be playing that many notes.
Yeah.
And adds some harmonies, and I think that that's kind of actually in the style of like Baroque, taking a piece like Bach would do this when he took a piece from one instrument and he arranged it for another instrument. One of his own pieces, he would fill it out, or other people's pieces, right? Everyone was doing this, so that's kind of in the style. And at the same time, I think he balances that really well with trying to make it faithful to the violin, the textures that Bach was trying to do on the violin. So, for example, a lot of the scales are a little bit harder the way that he's written them, but he's written very specific fingerings that have to do with the bowings on the violin.
Yeah.
So, or the phrase markings. It's sort of like if the violins would use one bow direction for that, you would slur all of it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or campanella stuff, right? Or I really appreciated that doing this with him. I had this balance of like, how can we make this piece make sense on the guitar, since it's now on the guitar, not on the violin.
Yeah.
But how can we also be faithful to like the textures and the articulations
like
that are there?
Finding the balance between like historical accuracy.
Yeah.
And like creative input.
Yeah, and making it make sense like physically,
Yeah.
And it's not even just easy making things easy on the guitar. I mean, there's some of the things he adds don't make it easier, but they take advantage of the guitar.
Yeah.
In ways that, we should do since we can do them, basically.
Yeah,
so, so that I'm gonna play the recording I made of the Chaconne. I mean, I wish it was a little bit cleaner. I know everyone says this all the time, but the thing is, like, this is a piece I think you need years to live with, kind of thing. And
I'm sure.
I've been playing it now for like 6-8 months or something. So it's been a bit of a journey, and I haven't played that much Baroque music before. So this was a real education for me doing this piece.
Yeah, man.
And I really learned a lot, and I'm really happy that I'm playing it and that I played it.
Yeah,
I can take a bit of a break now from it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But I'll come back to it, So, anyways, here's the Carlo's arrangement of the Chaconne by Bach.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
Thanks.
nice, very nice.
Thank you, people. Thanks, Paul, for listening.
Of course.
Thanks, Philip. Philip says excellent. And William, I look forward to the lifelong struggle. William Hill says, as a violinist, I struggled with loving and playing the chaconne for over 40 years. I was never satisfied. I love hearing you playing Bach on the guitar. The piece is a lifelong journey. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'll be playing this piece for a long time.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, probably I'll take breaks from it, come back to it.
Of course, because it's like a journey.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
I mean, I want to, like, you know, play through the Segovia version, of course, try other versions,
yeah.
you know, start sort of reinterpreting how I see the piece every time I play it, you know.
Exactly. I think it takes that.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, it was a real pleasure playing it, and real pleasure studying it with Carlo, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
He was awesome, super helpful, had lots of amazing, you know, ideas, and also open to me, you know, choosing things that made sense to me from what I saw in the score.
Yeah, for sure.
As any good teacher is.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was great. Ben Diamond says, very solid playing. I love the arrangement. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, it's a good one.
Very.
So, Paul, now is a real shift to Takemitsu.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually know anything about these pieces. Yeah. What are these pieces all about?
They're all about the resonance of and the overtones that the harmonics and the different chords he makes that are seemingly impossible, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mainly the resonance, you know, and what it creates, not the individual notes or something.
And these are two of the folios, right?
Yeah, the first two of the folios. Yeah.
By Toru Takemitsu.
Yes.
I've never actually played any Takemitsu. It's a shame because I love listening to Takemitsu.
Me neither. I just like decided randomly.
Nice.
I was like, oh, I'll do Takemitsu. Yeah.
Great.
Because it's amazing composer and he's amazing.
Yeah, I have his book, Confronting Silence.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You should take a look at it later.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
definitely.
Lots of like little short pieces he's written on music, arts, lots of like, yeah, philosophical and artistic concepts. It's very cool.
Helpful, I'm sure. Interpreting his music. Or something.
I would hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't played any of it. Well, no, I haven't played any of it. Yeah, I really should. Okay, so Folios number 1 and number 2.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. And where was this recorded?
This was recorded in the Jordan in Amsterdam West.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, at my friend's house, and I don't forget the street, but that doesn't matter.
Nice. There's a double bass in the background because your friend plays double bass.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, but they have a big house to themselves, so they can have some space for me to record.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
So Folios number 1 and number 2.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with the folia, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
What does folios mean? I don't actually know.
I'll look it up.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's hear the folios. Gorgeous. Incredible.
Well, we found out what folios means.
Yes, do you want to tell the audience?
Yes, it means individual sheets of paper.
Yes, this is another word for sheets of paper.
Yeah, really strange.
Yeah, maybe when he started writing the piece, he's like, well, I'm writing on a folio, so...
Yeah, each of them are 2 pages exactly each.
Oh, okay.
So that might be the reason.
Folios, plural, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 2 pages each. Huh.
Yeah, weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Super cool. Beautiful pieces.
Yeah, really nice, really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, also sounds hard to memorize.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with all the pauses and stuff, it becomes like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I had more ease doing it because of other modern music in the past.
That you played, yeah.
Exactly.
But also, Takemitsu has a lot of like very detailed indications about dynamics, color, all these things, right?
Yeah, really specific, yeah.
Yeah, so that's also kind of hard to memorize because you have to be very on top of all those little details.
Yeah, for sure. Like I read from the score for so long until I got everything, like the dynamics, and I don't know, he had this like a line thing, like in the first movement at least, he has this line above which indicates like the phrase markings or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it just goes like this, or then it goes like this, or down, or whatever.
Oh, it's like the direction the phrase is going.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that dynamic or speed or tempo or both?
I don't know. It's just a line, it has no indication. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's left to be interpreted by the player. Crazy. Nice. I'm going to play my last video.
Yeah, Giuliani.
Giuliani, the Grand Overture. So before I did this degree, I actually only played one Giuliani piece, which was like this little sonatina a long time ago, and I didn't even actually perform the entire thing at any point. Studied it kind of short amount of time, not very long. So it was a real something, and I didn't play hardly any other classical period. Like I haven't played any like Sor, Guado, and also like early Romantic. There's not very much that I've played. So it was a little bit of a thing that I wanted to improve my knowledge of.
Yeah.
Carlos is very knowledgeable about this period,
Mm-hmm.
so
yeah.
The Grand Overture was kind of a logical conclusion, and I love this piece because there's actually not a lot of Giuliani I really love.
Yeah, same actually. Yeah.
But this piece is so exciting, and also, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but so kind of over the top.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that, and it's so over the top that it's just amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so exciting and so fun, and yeah, I mean Carlo like really brought the piece to life for me by helping me see it in a very orchestral way. I mean it's an overture, it's a grand overture.
Yeah.
But really like getting a sense of kind of evoking different instruments within the orchestra, different colors, you know.
Exactly. Once you have that in your mind, then yeah.
Yeah, then it's a lot easier to be imaginative with the piece.
Exactly.
And his advice on like articulations and controlling the length of all the voices was great. It's very hard to do, so.
Of course.
Yeah, I think some of the things, like sometimes I'm making little errors, and you know, it's sort of coming a little bit, I think, to an extent from trying to control those parameters really carefully, those musical parameters,
Yeah.
which I think is actually worth it. I'd rather make a few more mistakes and be controlling the articulations better and the dynamics and focused on that, you know, than not doing that and just playing really safe.
Exactly, because that's what it's all about, you know, like the feeling, the intention that the composer had or whatever. You know?
Yeah, and the musical, like, architecture and what it
Yeah.
communicates. I mean, of course, it's possible to also just have better technique.
Of course, but
you know?
I mean,
So-
it's better to focus on, if you had to choose one or the other.
Yeah, in a single moment, I would rather choose being hyper-focused on the musical details for sure, yeah.
Me too, yeah.
Not that they're not mutually exclusive, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Of course.
yeah. Ben Diamond says, I've heard Into the Woods and Equinox. These pieces take on a totally different personality and are really energetic in different moments, whereas interpretation of Into the Woods and Equinox I've heard are more contained in my perspective. Yeah, the Folios have a lot of variety, don't they?
Yeah, man, like each of the phrases and just like different little ideas are completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. So I'm going to play the Grand Overture. It's the last piece I'm going to play, and then there'll be one more from Paul.
Yeah. Cool, man.
What else do I want to say about this? Oh, my partner, my fiance Jessica, is an opera singer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So, classical singer. So, this, you know, helps a little bit. I get some sense of the proportions of a piece like this. It's hard to make the guitar really have the proportions of like an orchestra playing an opera overture, you know.
Yeah, man, because there's so many different parts, you know. It's
and our instrument has such a small dynamic range and stuff. But even some of the things, like in the last page, there's this bit where you have like these arpeggios. What is it?
Oh yeah.
And then there's actually this big sforzando, like suddenly super forte. But a lot of people don't play that like dynamic at all. And one thing was that I think it's very natural to want a crescendo here.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you start crescendoing, you don't. The sforzando has no effect.
Exactly.
So Carlo really forced me to stay super pianissimo the whole way through that, and then to have the sforzando really, really like bombastic, like an orchestra would do, like
exactly.
like a conductor would do. You know, like a really good conductor would get that out of an orchestra.
Exactly.
And it's those sort of things where like I think just a lot of players with these kind of like really not overplayed but often played pieces.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and overplayed. We just kind of like absorb what other people do, and I hear a lot of people do that crescendo, and I was doing it automatically without thinking.
Yeah, because you were listening to it. Yeah, yeah.
But even on the score, it's right there, like what the dynamics are, you know.
Yeah.
But like it takes kind of a teacher who's like concerned about the music and not just how other guitarists play to be like, you know,
Yeah.
you should follow what's there on the score.
Yeah, exactly. Carl is that guy, man.
Yeah, it seems like a dumb point, but it's
not.
It's something we all need to be reminded what's on the paper,
man.
you know.
Of course, man. Of course, it's super important.
Yeah. So anyhow, so here's the Grand Overture, the Giuliani.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Woo.
Awesome.
Fun piece.
So like epic, you know.
Yes.
Like cymbal crashes and the orchestra, you know. Yeah.
Yes, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to like play when you're practicing.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like just like to like when you're feeling good and you're like warmed up and you're like, yeah, I'm just playing through, shredding through. But then performing this piece is not always fun because it's so stressful.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so many pitfalls, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Technically.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, and those arpeggios is like the arpeggios MIP, like the arpeggios in this direction.
Yeah.
It's so hard to play like a fast. They're 30-second notes, so they're really quick compared to the former, like the previous 16th notes.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard. Like it's a silly thing, but we can play arpeggios starting with the thumb that fast, no problem. At least I can, and most guitarists can. But those backwards arpeggios, I struggled a lot with them, and a lot of guitarists do.
Yeah, because I always want to do thumb first. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do starting with the middle finger, and you have to do MIP that fast, it's like it took a lot of
concentration,
drilling to get them the right tempo, which is weird because I thought my arpeggios were fine, but because it's an arpeggio, we don't use that often. We have to be good at all of them.
I have trouble with IMA.
IMA? Oh, by itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because if you put thumb before it would have been fine.
No, but like with thumb also, you know, when I'm practicing. Yeah, it's so interesting. You know, I feel like it's kind of personal to
probably
the arpeggios.
Yeah, probably.
Or it's the way the hand naturally goes in.
Could be, yeah. Cool. So to finish us off, what are we listening to?
Walton's first bagatelle.
Yes.
Recorded by Michael Ibsen.
Yeah, another one of the videos I recorded for your auditions with you, but you also used for your exam.
Exactly, yeah.
And why did you learn this piece?
For the CVA audition.
The Amsterdam audition.
Amsterdam, yeah. And that was the required piece, so I learned an amazing piece, you know.
Yeah.
Really great. I enjoyed it
piece.
so much, like so orchestral and so many different like sections and moods. And
speaking of orchestral, did you know that there's a recording of Christopher Parkening playing the bagatelles with orchestra? I don't know who did the arrangement, but there's an arrangement for orchestra and solo guitar, like a concerto type thing.
Okay, so like
of the bagatelles.
That would be interesting to hear.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Cool.
Because I've listened to orchestra version and guitar version. So
yeah, maybe William Walton like arranged it himself. I'm not sure.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm interested. I'll check it, man. I'll check it.
Yeah, you should check it out. Okay, but let's listen to the Walton bagatelle, and then we'll say bye to you guys, and thank you for watching. It's been
fun studying.
Yeah, it's been really nice sharing this music with people.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's hear some William Walton. Awesome. Great ending.
Thanks.
Yeah. Amazing. Super cool. Well, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's been really nice to be able to share the music at least with someone.
Exactly. Yeah.
And present it.
It's nice to share. Yeah, and the presentation, it's all makes it feel so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of anticlimactic, like, graduating during this global pandemic. And,
Exactly.
yeah. So, it's nice that we can, show people what we've done.
Exactly.
And it's better than just uploading a video, getting to interact with you guys a little bit. So, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
And, yeah, and it's been really nice having Paul here. I haven't seen any friends since the pandemic started, pretty much, so...
Yeah, it's really nice to see you as well, man.
Yeah. Now that we're technically allowed to have some social being in the same room at least, but yeah. Yeah. It's been great, and I mean, it's kind of cool that our journey started together in the Netherlands.
And now it's ending together in the Netherlands. Wow.
Yeah. Although I'm staying here.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm not staying here, but I'm just...
Yeah, you're going to be going to school somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
One of the two places.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm going to stay in Utrecht because I like it here. I have good stuff going on.
It's a very nice city, too.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, thank you all. And if any of you have any questions, let us know afterwards. We'll like check out the comments later too and respond to things and
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
cool.
Thanks for listening, and yeah, congrats to you, Paul.
Congrats to you too.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna sign out. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.